Hi, my name's Scott with Michigan Pool News. I'm here with Kevin Rodenbow from Aquatic Source, and this month the Michigan Pool News we're talking about budgeting, and Kevin and I have spent a little bit of time talking with the guys and just things that people need to think about on their yearly pool budgeting. I mean, one of them for the outdoors, it's kind of always, everybody knows you've got a budget for the open and close, and that's why I wanted to talk about other repairs they might need to budget for, Kevin, when they're opening and closing their pool.
Typical opening and closing the pool, you're always going to have problems with your pool surface, marcite, pebble tech, your stones and tile, and other repairs could be grout, anchor cups, things like that.
So they could. So I mean, if I was had a 20 by 40 condo pool back there, and I knew my opening was going to be $500, $600, $700 for the year, would you double that number just for miscellaneous repairs, just to be prepared with a budget for a yearly opening?
Yeah, just to be prepared. Yeah, it's always good to have a little bit extra. You may not spend it every year, but you definitely will eventually spend that extra money.
I know for us, I see a lot of skimmer repairs happening too on the outdoors at the openings.
Yes, a lot of the skimmers, the newer skimmers, are thinner than the old ones, so they do crack underneath the freeze and thaw of the ground
Conditions,
around the pool.
eh?
Yep.
How about caulking around the pool area? Is that something that they should budget some?
That should be done and inspected at least once a year. Typically, kids like to play around with that stuff and they rip it up. If that caulking leads to your problems with your stone and tile, if it's not done.
Outside of the pool, I think of the fence and the gates, and I watch some of the the enclosures that are supposed to be self-latching and stuff. I mean, it is obviously something else they should budget for.
Yes, yes. It definitely has to be a self-latching gate. Definitely has to be child-proof, more than 4 feet above the ground, the latch. But typically, boards get broken if they're made out of wood. If they're made out of aluminum, things start to corrode. The latch mechanism won't work. It's always good to have extra money in your budget to repair those small things so you don't get closed down by the inspector when they come out.
Yeah, I think on fences and gates, the thing I'm always most impressed with is a company makes that little strip that goes along the bottom to keep stuff from blowing into the pool.
Correct.
Over the summer to cut down on maintenance. I mean, more people should put those in all the time.
Oh yeah, it's like a snow fence, mini snow fence.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, those are nice. On other issues that you need to be prepared for every year, how about safety and maintenance?
Yeah, you should always make sure that your safety and maintenance materials on site are in good condition. You don't want to have a broken strap on your spine board or a head restraint that has a broken strap. That's never good in case emergency shows up and something's broken. You always want to make sure your shepherd's hook is in good condition. It's not going to fall apart if you were to save somebody in the water. Your throw rope, make sure it's not frayed so that it breaks when you're trying to retrieve somebody from the water. Things like that are important. I mean, those things could save somebody's life, and for the small amount of dollars that they should be replaced when they start to turn bad.
And they sit out in the sun all summer long, so they just dry rot. And I think that goes back to like ladder bumpers and the anchors and the throttle plates and the things in the skimmers and stuff you talked about, that they're out there all year long.
Yep.
And they're just minor pieces that probably should be thrown out and replaced year or every other year, or at least budgeted for and checked on.
Yes.
So, how about the signage? Kind of the same thing.
Same thing, and typically your signage is posted either on the building or on the fences. That wind blowing around in the fall typically will rip those signs down, and you'll end up replacing the entire sign. If you just take care of the sign and take it back off the fence and put it away for the winter time, it'll save you a lot more money for your future budget in the next year.
Not replacing it every year.
Correct.
So, I mean, this was a list that we put together on the outdoor kind of things. I mean, for an outdoor, some long-term budgeting items, media changes,
pumps, motors, big things like that. You want to make sure they're inspected at least once a year, if not every couple of years, so that you're ensuring that it's going to operate properly for you in the long run.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, it's going to be an emergency cost in the middle of your season or at the beginning of a season, and it's going to far outweigh your budget because those are pricey items.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thanks, Kevin. And I think that you'll find on the website this month about more long-term budgeting ideas and inspections, so that so people can see all the major things that might happen over the years and when they have to prepare for those. So.
Correct. Yeah.
Thanks from Scott at Michigan Pool News, and
Kevin from Aquatic Source.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.